I'm just going to say the truth. I was angry. I just felt like I was not bearing fruit. And I was like, ah, God, if you really sent me to do this, like, why is it not bearing fruit? Like, why is it not doing so well if you really sent me to do this?
Hello. Like watching videos like mine?
Hi, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It. This video is going to be coming straight from my heart. I feel like I need to share this with you guys. Yes. So let's just get into it. So let me start from the beginning. I've been worried about my YouTube and the views and the growth. I feel like it's not really growing. It feels stuck in one place. I'm just dancing between subscribers and my views are really not growing and all of that. So I've been worried about my YouTube and thinking about ways to like grow my channel. But then again, this part of my YouTube is something that I am really passionate about, and I'm not really doing it because of views. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not really doing this Let's Talk About It because of views and because I want to grow my channel. It's something that I believe is something that was placed in my heart to do and that I am meant to do in life. You get? So but sometimes my flesh come in play and I find myself sitting and saying, these videos that I'm doing, they're not even getting views and all of that. So before I made the last episode of Let's Talk About It, I made a prayer to go like, I'm not going to focus on the views of this video because I'm totally not doing it because of views. So I pray that however views is going to get, I will be satisfied so long as the video can touch, even if it's just one person that the video can touch, I am satisfied. So that was my prayer. Okay. And I did the video, edited, uploaded, and left it. Tell me why I was not getting agitated by the fact that the video was not doing very well like the others. Like this particular video that I made the particular prayer about was the one that was not doing the lowest compared to every other video in this Let's Talk About It series. So many thoughts was coming into my mind, like, am I even sure that I'm supposed to be doing this? Am I sure that it was God that told me to do this? Was it not me that sent myself to be doing all these things that I'm doing? And I was just consumed with self and pride and all of that, and I was just angry. I'm just going to say the truth. I was angry. I just felt like I was not bearing fruit, and I was like, God, if you really sent me to do this, why is it not bearing fruit? Like, why is it not doing so well if you really sent me to do this? My light just died on me. I'm going to continue like that, like I don't really care about that. Provided you guys can see me, you can hear me, that should be fine. Okay. If you guys watch the last video, you see there was a part in it where I was saying every other video I used to do, like I was talking about one person or like a city or like one story. But the last video was a combination of people. And making that video, I felt like this is getting serious. This is almost sounding like a sermon in a church. This is almost sounding like I'm in a pulpit. This is becoming too serious, and I was a bit scared. Adding to the fact that I was feeling like, did I send myself to do this since I'm not having the views? I was trying to run away. Okay, so two things here. One was I felt like it was getting too real. And the second one, I felt like this thing I'm even doing safe. It's not even growing. It's just not God sent me. So I was basically just looking for reasons to run away. And guess what? I ran. No, let me not lie. I ran. And so I was just telling myself, maybe that would be the last episode. And I would let me just focus on my part of life. Let me not do too much. Let me not do too much. Let me just focus and be living my life as a Christian, jejely, and be going. Let me leave preaching for pastors and the rest. So let me not branch into preaching. No, I was doing Bible story. I was talking about the Bible. It was all fun, and it seemed like it was getting too serious. And then I was running away. I ran away. I did run away. And I was not even thinking about filming again. That's why you guys saw that I started making vlogs. Yeah, I ran away and I started making vlogs. It's not like I will not make vlog. Like, I wasn't really ready to start making vlogs because I was not looking my best physically. I felt like I needed to lose some weight. I needed to look really. There's a milestone I have set for myself to get to before I will start making vlogs. But because I was running away from Let's Talk About It, I started making vlogs. It was like an escape. Like, I started earlier than I had planned to start making vlog because I was using it as an escape. I still wanted to vlog. I just wanted to be like a normal Christian making vlogs. I was running away from this sermon. But I think I started coming back gradually and I started feeling guilt again. I started feeling guilt of you're not doing what you're supposed to do. And I started praying to God again about it. I would just pray like, God, did you really send me to do this? Like, am I really doing this on my own? And if you did send me, why am I not growing? I was just feeling like that. And I would pray about it. It's not like I was really taking the prayer serious. I would just pray about it here and there and just forget about it and go about my day. And one night, one fateful night, I had a dream. And one thing is, I know the ways that God talks to me, and the most frequent one is through my dreams. So the only thing I remembered was waking up from the dream with this phrase in my mouth: faithfulness in all things. And I knew in my heart that it was a Bible passage. But I was still deep in the sleep and I don't remember any other thing apart from that phrase and the fact that it was a Bible passage. So I just struggled to grab my phone from the side of my bed. I went to my notes app on my phone and typed it on my phone: faithfulness in all things, Bible passage. And then I went back to sleep. So when I was fully awake, I went back to the notes. This is not the first time I've had something like this, so I already knew what to do. I just took my phone, went on Google and typed faithfulness in all things. And the Bible passage that came out was Luke 16:10. Let me read it for you guys. Luke 16:10. He that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in much, and he that is unjust in the least is unjust also in much. As I was reading that passage, a thought just came in my mind that that's not the only passage. So I had to go Google it again. And this one, let me just read it for you guys. Matthew 25:21. His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord. That thought of, I'm not growing, that thought of, this is becoming too serious, is trying to steal my joy. And I started running away from all these things that I'm called to do. Like, can anyone really run away from God? If you're meant to do something, there's no way you can run away from it. It's so funny how I used to be like, God, they really talk to people. And I call all these people, now they do too much. And now I'm in the position today. So it's a constant fight in my head, like the voice that used to tell me in my head when I see people do these things and say they are doing too much. It's still they're telling me now that I'm doing too much. It's trying to convince me that I'm doing too much, that I should chill. Calm down, you're doing too much. Meanwhile, I don't think I am doing too much. I am gradually walking the path that God has created me to walk on. And yes, it's a bit scary. It's not a bit scary, it is scary. It is scary, yes, sometimes. But I just pray for God to give me the grace to carry on to do that which I'm supposed to do. Because this started, I know the things that got me on that series. I know the things that I saw and hear that made me started that series on its own because I was just talking to you guys while making my hair. That's how it started. Oh, I was just talking while making my hair. And I started working on my relationship with God. And before you know it, I've started doing Let's Talk About It series on YouTube where I talk about God, talk about the Bible. I know what got me to that point. But for a minute there, I was scared and I started doubting myself, doubting God, and doubting the whole thing. And I feel like God had to use that word to bring me back to know that, yes, He is with me. I feel like that's what God was trying to tell me. You're doing well. Stop looking at the numbers and just focus. Don't lose focus. Yes, that's the word. Like, the devil was just deceiving me, trying to use all those things to confuse me because I might be making change already and I'm here consumed with it's not growing, there's no views, this that, and God is just trying to bring me back to a position where I should stop looking at the numbers and focus on the message rather than the number. Focus on the message. Keep doing what you're doing. He who is faithful in the little will be faithful in much. If you're not faithful with this small thing now, this one that you're saying is a small thing. If you're not faithful with it, how do you think God will give you much? Okay. I just want to say, I don't know if there's anyone out there that can relate to me in any other way. It must not be this that I'm doing. If there's any part of your life that feeling like you're not doing so well, give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. You're actually doing more than you think you are doing. Yeah. There's a day you will look back to this day, look back to this situation and be like, oh yeah, I was actually doing good. Like, even though you're not perfect, but you're doing good. Yeah. So yeah, I am. Yeah, I am like the prodigal son coming back. Yeah, I am back and I will no longer be scared. I'm just going to focus on what I'm meant to do and leave all the other things for God to handle because it doesn't change anything. Yes. Don't try to replace God. Don't try to take his seat and be in control and do all of it doesn't work that way. And as always, I'm open to opinions in the comment section, contribution, advice. Yes. And yeah, go to the comment section. I'll be waiting for you guys. Let's get talking. Yes. And I will see you in my next Let's Talk About It video because I'm done running. I'm done running. Like, I have nowhere to run to. I'm in this for good. Before I end up like Jonah in the belly of the fish. Like, focus, woman. Alright, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye. Mwah.